Hey, Wrestle fans. You're listening to the Wednesday Night War podcast, episode 75, Deathmatch Dentist. What's up, Warheads? Wednesday Night War podcast, episode 75. I'm DJ. I'm here with Brett. Brett, how are you, pal?
You scared me.
Did I? I scared you?
I was looking at my phone, and then all I heard was your intro, and I went,
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm a little jumpy.
Sorry, pal.
I'm not that jumpy.
You're not.
No, man. Listen, I'm happy. I don't have work till Monday.
Okay.
I may even take off Monday.
Wow.
Why not?
Okay.
Sorry, anybody, if you're listening employer-wise.
Wow.
Which, if you are...
You got a lot more to apologize than just missing work. That's for sure.
I'm good, dude. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm good, man. You know, hanging out.
Chilling.
We just watched Slacks.
Dude, what the fuck?
The Killer Pants horror movie, now streaming on Shudder. Not sponsored
It
or
was
anything.
definitely the best movie I've ever watched about Killer Pants.
How many movies have you watched about Killer Pants?
One.
Okay, good.
Is there like more movies about Killer Pants?
I don't know.
Not to that level.
No, it was good.
I'm sure like
Pants
Pants have killed somebody in a movie before, right?
I don't know. Not sentient / possessed. It's spoilers.
Wow.
Yeah. They know
Boo.
they know they're alive pants. It's right in the thing.
They are alive pants,
Yes.
indeed.
The pants do the killing.
Yeah. Like I don't know. Somebody's like died while wearing pants.
I'm
Right?
sure
Right?
I'm sure lots of people have died while wearing pants.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not David Carradine, but hey.
Oh, snap. Joe's supposed to won that feud.
Forever.
Forever.
Speaking of that,
Speaking of that.
shout out to your Hasbro custom of Terry.
Oh, thanks, pal.
I like it a lot.
Good. I'm glad. You can
did
see it
good-
on my Twitter.
You did good work.
Is it on my Twitter? I think I posted
I don't
it there.
know. Where would they find it on your Twitter?
Wow, we're doing this already?
I mean,
All right, well, check out our friends at the soon-to-be-named network. Let me get my sheet. Hold on. At Longbox Hero. No, okay. Yeah, they can find my Twitter. Well, they'll hear about that later.
Good.
Oh, my God. One of those gimmicks called bills.
Sip of beer for the working man.
People are going to think you broke Edge.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You okay?
Yeah.
The Steve Weiser acting up on you there?
What?
You should just do the whole show as Steve Austin.
Don't fucking tempt me. I was talking in his voice a lot on...
It's the crack cranium sessions.
Oh, Jesus. What was it, 316 day? What was that, Tuesday?
Yeah, it was a couple days ago.
Man, Austin rules.
Austin was great. Absolutely.
Like, the fuck, man? He rules. I was sharing tweets and clips with people that don't watch wrestling anymore, and they're like, man, it's not the same. I'm like, no fucking shit,
Yeah,
dude.
never
Like,
will be.
sorry, I know
Right.
it's not. I get it, but
Right.
I can't give it up, man.
Yeah.
I've given up a lot of wrestling, though.
A ton. But the stuff I love, I'll love forever.
Same.
So yeah, pal, we're, living life. I got my vaccine. I got my first round of vaccine. That's some news on Saturday from the local Rite Aid in downtown Wilkes-Barre.
That's good.
That was easy and relatively painless. I
When
got the Moderna.
Same.
Just pain at injection site. That was my only side
Really?
effect. Yeah, that's it.
Man, when they gave me my first one, I didn't even feel it. Like, I felt a flu shot more than I did.
No, I mean like later, like that as a side effect.
I thought you meant like at the actual location.
No, I got the woman who did the thing. She knew what she was doing.
Okay.
That needle slipped right in, didn't feel a thing. But that's right. But no, I got the that night, the next day, my arm was in a lot of pain and a little swollen. Not a lot of pain, but pain.
Good, man.
Discomfort, but otherwise nothing. I'm sure the second round will knock me on my ass. I'm super happy to get it.
We're all getting vaxxed over here.
Yep. Couple weeks and I'll get my second one. Then a couple weeks after that, and we'll be fully vaxxed and ready to go out and mouth kiss strangers again. That's what we get to do, right? That's the CDC.
That's what I've been doing.
The CDC says we can do that, right? When you get fully vaxxed and you can mouth kiss strangers with no
I
repercussions.
just walk around with shirts that say, please spit in my mouth.
Right. Exactly.
Why not?
Yeah. At least you're polite about it. That's
Listen,
the thing.
I had it.
Right. You're not demanding. You're asking.
Yeah. I had the Rona.
You did.
I had the antibodies.
Yes.
I had the vaccine.
Right.
Spit on me,
Right.
please.
There you go. That's disgusting.
Spit on me.
If I didn't already have a name for this episode, it would be Spit on Me, please.
That might bring in a whole different audience of podcasts. And listen,
listeners are listeners.
We don't kink shame here.
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
Never. I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead, man.
Just stop there.
Stop while I'm ahead.
Because we're not that kind of podcast. We're not going to kink shame, but we're also not going to kink explain.
Can that be the name of the episode? All right, now that we're... I'm never one to just want to be like, hey, let's move on. I'll talk about this all night instead of wrestling.
Okay.
But do you want to talk about wrestling?
I mean, I would like to. That is why we're here.
All right.
That's
cool.
why we're paid to do this.
So,
spoiler alert, we're not paid to do this.
I'm going to come right now because I just realized that you're wearing a Candyman shirt.
I am, yeah.
And I feel like you're wearing it to taunt me.
Oh, I wore this 100% to scare you today,
and you're a piece of shit.
I got it in the mail today from Studio House Designs. There's a plug, not a sponsor.
I'm wearing my FMW shirt
from
Stash Pages. There's a plug, not a sponsor as well. And I'm like, man, we both love FMW.
I love FMW.
That's a great shirt.
Great shirt.
Great quality.
I got the beanie, absolutely.
And you are wearing a Candyman shirt because you're an asshole.
Yes, that is true. I got 2 shirts in the mail today. I got this one, and I bought this one because they had bundled a new Videodrome shirt with.
Did you get the Videodrome shirt?
Michelle did.
Oh,
Michelle got the tie dye. Of course she did.
Absolutely.
And I got it was bundled with scanners.
Yeah.
So I got the scanners one. She got the Videodrome one. She got the Twin Peaks VHS stack that they did. It's not vertical, it's horizontal because it makes the picture.
I saw they did the vertical one with like the Freddy box set.
Right, yeah.
That looked cool.
So that's what this is. It's Twin Peaks one.
Cool.
And then I got the Candyman because they were doing like a sale of, whatever, so we got them for real cheap.
I can't stop looking at the shirt. And
it's
now,
a great shirt.
No, it's not.
Yes,
I'm going to have nightmares.
It's an awesome shirt. The colors are great. Tony Todd's handsome. Look, he's got the hook hand.
Yeah, man. I know, and now I'm scared. Thanks.
Yep, you're welcome.
You scumbum.
I know.
All right.
But I'm glad that you picked that out because I was going to bring it up earlier, but I did 100% wear this to scare you.
I'm fucking angry now.
Yep, good.
All right. Well,
you podcast better when you're angry.
Thanks. Let's talk some wrestling.
Yes.
On
News.
Monday. There was the debut of AEW Dark Elevation.
Yes.
I certainly did not watch the whole thing.
Do you remember like 2 weeks ago when I was like, well, of course we're going to watch the whole thing and cover it for this show because that's what we do and it's a brand new thing? Guess what we didn't do, everybody?
And guess what? I did more than you did.
You did. I didn't watch any of
That's
that.
a shocker. Because you're more like forgiving me. I'm like, nope.
Right. So here's the thing. So I was ready to watch. And I was like, but I'm not going to watch it live. It comes on like 7. It's not what I'm going to watch.
Yeah, I didn't watch it until Tuesday.
Right. So then I was like, I'll watch it Tuesday because I got nothing else really going on Tuesday. I'll watch it Tuesday. And then I looked and saw it was like 2 hours and 1 minute.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God.
Real long.
And I was like, all right, well, let me just look and see what people are saying about it, see what the match listing is, see what I can and can't watch. And everyone sort of was just like, it's just a second Dark.
That's all it is.
There's nothing. It's like there's no storyline. It's just squash matches. Like a couple little segments. There was like Paul White and Shivani are having fun. Everybody's complimenting the Big Show on his color commentary. Kind of stuff. But I was like, I'm not sifting through a second Dark. I wanted to watch this show because they posed it to us as if it was going to have real world repercussions and storyline and stuff to develop these storylines before they bring them to the main show, that kind of stuff. And nobody was talking about that. None of the reviews said that was a thing. And I'm not going to spend any of my time, let alone 2 hours of it, just sitting through that. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, Tuesday I sat down to eat dinner and I was like, all right, I'll scroll through and see if there's anything I picked out. I think I watched 2 matches, maybe 3.
Yeah.
I know I watched Will Hobbs versus the Dragon Man.
Okay.
Because Will Hobbs just squashed him.
Yeah.
And then I watched Maki Ito versus Riho because, of course.
Yeah. Was it good?
It was all right.
Okay.
But I just like Maki Ito's entrance.
Yeah.
And,
Did Rio win?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Oh, yeah, that was it for Maki Ito.
Yeah, she's back in Japan. Right.
And she said that she made friends with Lance Archer, John Silver, and Evil Uno.
Okay.
That made me real happy.
Right. Weird mix, but fine.
And then, oh, man, there was some other match that I watched that I can't remember.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and
Cage
think
and
about
Starks was the Cage and Starks stuff.
I didn't watch that, but I
Okay.
heard about that was
Yeah.
on that was just on normal.
Oh, that was
Dark.
normal dark.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the thing. Like, so now AEW has 6+ hours of content a week. They have 2-hour TV show for Dynamite. The 2-hour Dark, it fluctuates, but it's usually 2 hours now. And now Elevation, unless they, this first episode was mega sized, probably not going to be. Plus the BTE stuff, like that's a lot of content. For no reason. Like, it's just, I saw people saying, like, all it's going to do is pad out, like, when they eventually get a tape library, it'll just pad out their content there. Of, like, here's 30, Will Hobbs matches, but none of them really matter. We haven't seen Will Hobbs on the main show work in a long time, and I just don't want to see squash matches. I like the occasional squash match. I like when they fit in a main show or fit within a storyline. But, like, I like an enhancement match, not a whole show of them. It just doesn't work.
Well,
So,
and like somebody pointed out on Twitter, I forget who, obviously, but they said like you should base this as a Superstars, have
Right.
it be an hour
Yep.
long, 2 squash matches, recap, 1 competitive match.
Right.
That's it.
Yep.
That's what it should be.
Right.
And I agree.
recap, fun promos.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Have it be like they did like the shit with Matt Sydal and Kenny Omega, and then that awful Tony Khan.
Yeah, so I heard about that. Tony Khan using like a fake voice and trying to make himself an authority figure.
It was weird.
That's bullshit WWE stuff. Your fans don't want that. Your fans will probably love that, but in theory they don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
I didn't watch any of Normal Dark.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing of note that came out of that, there was like tension between Ricky Starks and Brian Cage,
Okay.
which then led into some other shit.
Sure.
I'm trying to think of like AEW adjacent stuff.
Layla Hirsch got signed.
Layla Hirsch got signed, which was awesome.
Yeah. Put her on Team Taz.
Fucking
Hashtag put Layla Hirsch on Team Taz.
way overdue.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, today's the 1 year when Brody Lee debuted.
1 year of Brody. Yep.
Which just,
Nothing else happened on that show.
No, nothing. Which just blows my fucking mind. Like,
Yeah.
like, damn, dude. It's just
He left a hole in that company, man, for real.
like literally, what, 9 months later he's gone. It's just,
Yeah.
it's so fucking crazy still.
Yeah.
And then was there anything else? I don't remember. No, not that I could think
No.
of.
Okay. Eric Bischoff's getting in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, that
Doesn't
have
matter.
anything to do with anything at all.
Well, but he's most recently been on AEW TV.
Yeah,
so.
I said to you before we started, like that dude's
Yeah.
like love hate with WWE is so fascinating. It's real odd. Hockey's calling you?
That's a spam call at 10:12 at night.
Damn.
That's wild.
What is the Honkinator want?
I don't know.
Is he calling you to call you a fucking
Yeah,
mark?
probably wants his cut. That's crazy. Well,
Coming out of your check, you
you
fucking
mark.
mark.
that's weird. 10:12 at night. There's a little inside baseball for you. Recording this at 10 o'clock.
Wow. That
yeah.
scared you.
From Cranberry Township.
Where's that?
I don't know.
You didn't say PA?
Yeah?
Want to call it live right now?
No, I really don't.
Fuck.
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
I mean, that does expose to the world that my ringtone has been honky tonk, shake,
I
rattle, and
feel
roll
like
for a long, long time.
yeah, I feel like
It'll
since
never
we've
change.
been like friends. It's
No,
been, it's,
so I mean,
well,
this is
remember it used
completely
to be Ultimate Warrior.
It was Ultimate Warrior,
Yeah.
right? So a long time ago, like when I first was able to start customizing these things with my Todd Roker patented ringtone maker, it was the Benny Hill theme. I had the Benny Hill theme for a long time, and then I became Ultimate Warrior
Yep.
a little bit because I found my copy of the WWF Superstars for the Game Boy. Is that what that game was? I don't know, but that had like the MIDI versions of the theme songs and the
8-bit
words was
shit.
so great. And then it's been Honky for a very, very long time because it's a great theme song, and Honky's the greatest Intercontinental champion ever.
The Honkinator. That's
right.
Love me some Hawkins Tonk, man.
Hawkins talk, man.
All right.
Wild. Okay, well, there you go. That's an interesting little thing.
That was hilarious.
That was crazy.
Uh,
But are we going to talk anything else? Or are we going to get in the shows?
I think we can get into the
Ready
shows.
to get in the shows?
If I'm missing anything, sorry.
Yeah. If Brett missed anything, go on Twitter at Wednesday War Pod and tell him about it.
Talk shit to me.
That's right.
Talk to me, pa.
But make sure that you know that make it known that you're talking shit to him, because if you send it to the show account and you just talk shit, I'm gonna think it's about me. Then I'm gonna have a panic attack. Then I'm gonna worry about it all weekend.
You can tell me that the whole thing sucked.
Right.
All right. You want to get right into some Wednesday shit?
Yeah. Patrick's Day Slam, buddy.
Was that the name of it?
It was a St. Patrick's Day Slam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we get the shot of MJF and the crew arriving on a private jet. Great. Let's get into the match number 1.
Yep.
Penta L0M, or whatever they're calling him this month to get around legal copyrights.
Whatever. That's fine. Penta. They should just be Penta.
The man Penta.
Doesn't need to be anything else.
Going up against not the man, Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
So the match goes 10 minutes. Fucking Cody won.
Of course he did. That man will not give up his win-loss record to further any storyline. He's like, yeah, we can do anything after the match, but I win.
Like, it was weird. Penta's working over the arm, and then it's just like this, like, well, see, you must have liked it because it was a roll-up, so that gets you plus 3 stars.
It does, but I had to watch Cody Rhodes do a cop killer, so it's minus 4 stars.
Dude, what the fuck is his, like, pro wrestling gorilla obsession?
I don't know.
He did the cop killer.
I rewound it when he did the cop killer because I was like, there's no way.
He did.
And then I went on YouTube to make sure I knew what a cop killer was, to make sure I wasn't wrong.
Dude.
And then I was like, yep, Cody Rhodes did a cop killer on TV.
The cop killer, and then the lightened up version, the Gringo killer in TNA.
Right.
But like, what the fuck is his like obsession with like he's like, I don't know, man. He busted out a Canadian destroyer, which you owe P.D. Williams money.
Right.
He busted out the fucking like the Os Cutter.
Yep.
Which like now they're calling it the Cody Cutter. By the way,
they've been calling that for a while.
Fuck that.
So the reason why he does those things is a really simple explanation.
Because he doesn't.
It's because he's a terrible wrestler, so he has to steal from wrestlers who are better than him.
Like, what the fuck is he doing the cop killer for?
I don't know, but they should bring Homicide in next week to
We've
avenge
been saying that, man.
Right.
And especially after things that happen later in the show, Homicide needs to be there.
Homicide needs to be there, absolutely.
God damn.
Listen, if New Jack can team up with the Carnage Crew and wrestle on IWTV.com, Homicide can be in AEW.
I'm still in shock.
I also think New Jack, we talked about that. New Jack tweeted, like, the doctors cleared me, where you at, AEW?
Dude, so here's something funny. So this week in the mail, and I totally forgot I even bought it.
Yeah.
It was like the bootleg, like New Jack 1870 CW shirt.
Nice.
Like it came out, I opened it up and I'm like, man, I just bad talked New Jack like a few days ago, saying I don't want to see him. But I'm like, no, you know what, Brett? No. I go, you know what? That's okay. You don't want to see him now.
Right.
I just want to see him then.
You know what I want to see? Where I want to see New Jack? I want
honestly everywhere.
Specific place. I want Jim Cornette to be in his kitchen, washing dishes, like cleaning up after himself, and whatever guy had visited his house earlier that day.
So he'd be cleaning up after the guy, you mean?
Right.
Good.
And I want there to be complete silence in the house except for the running of the faucet, and then the Gangsta's theme song hits, and he doesn't know where it's coming from, and then they cut off one of his thumbs. That's what I want. That's where I want New Jack to be.
I could ride with that.
Yeah, with or without Mustafa.
Anytime I hear Mustafa, I just think of that story of him smoking pencil shaving. God bless you.
Right.
So,
what a sidebar.
Yeah. After the match, Penta starts beating up Cody's arm.
Right.
The fucking most annoying people in the world, the Gun Club run.
Yo, what a like. Listen,
God.
I yearn for the backstage to come save, like, the backstage. The backstage has to empty to save baby faces.
Yeah.
Baby faces, not even if you're not officially aligned, baby faces come out to save baby faces. That is a rule of professional wrestling. This is the worst cavalry in the history of professional wrestling.
Like, if I saw, like, Austin Gunn running out, I'd be like, you know what? I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just going to take the beat. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this. You go back and think about what you did. But I didn't do anything. Exactly. Yeah. Now go back there and think about it.
And then Dustin runs out, and then like 2 minutes later, QT Marshall, living up to his name as the Thorazine Kid, slowly saunters out and just
drags the segment to a halt.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was like. At first, I was like, "Is Brandy due already? Is this to get Cody off TV for a bit?" And then QT came out, and I was like, "Oh no, they just used Penta to get a QT Marshall angle over. Great.
Yuck.
That's the purpose of this match."
I think there'll be more between
Hope so.
them.
Because it was the top level of a match that Cody can have.
Yeah,
because Penta's awesome.
Penta's great. I love Penta.
But yeah, that QT Marshall, everybody.
The good thing about this match, so we did get that picture of Penta posing in the leprechaun
Yes,
hat.
right.
That made me real happy.
The man is great.
A lot of good images from this show last night.
Oh, a ton.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Things that aren't good. The Young Bucks are backstage.
Yeah, they are.
Then they talk about how Ray Phoenix beat each of them in singles competitions, but we're the best tag team in the world. And then Don Callis runs in with that stupid fucking shirt with like "Don't slap your leg." Like, I don't know.
I didn't even notice. I didn't even look at him. Yeah. Oh,
like
good.
enough.
Great.
But Don says like he wants to see the Young Bucks like from back in Japan, and they're not elite anymore. And Kenny's up here, and you're down here now. And that's why he doesn't care about you anymore.
Right.
So yeah, I'll say this: Don Callis can fucking talk.
Right.
On Impact on Tuesday, he had a promo like with Rich Swann, where he's like building up songs like "I fought for you, I fought for you, I fought for you," like all this shit. He goes, "I made sure you got paid when you broke your leg," and he goes, but you're just not my toy anymore. And he goes, "There's Kenny Omega." He goes, "You'll never be Kenny Omega." It was a really good fucking. Oh, it was so good. But yeah, I don't care about the Young Bucks. Next match, Danny Jordan going up against the super rookie Jade Cargill.
Yep.
Jade Cargill does her best Brock Lesnar impersonation.
Okay.
With the old
is it that she doesn't have a phone near her house, so she's got to walk a mile up the road to answer a phone call?
Because she hates people that much.
Right.
God bless you, Brock. The ultimate squish.
Yeah.
Goes a minute. She literally, like, dude, that German was sick.
It was sick, right. So, like, again, they're protecting the shit out of her. They're saying, go out, do three things. Right. Because commentary gets over. Oh, this is only her second match ever. Like, that stinks. Like, I would not be talking about that. Because, like, I guess if she looked better, and I think that's what it's supposed to be, is you're supposed to be like, oh, like, she's not good, but she's good for 2 matches.
Yeah.
But that's not anything I want to see on your main TV. Put her on Dark then.
See, though, I was all right with this on main TV because she has that look. Right. She looks great.
Right. I don't.
Just the quick squish.
Right. I think
build her up.
This is the place for a squish. And I thought she looked okay, but they're going to overexpose her. She's taking the spot from someone who's worked harder, been more talented.
Who would that be, though, at this point?
Well, I think, we haven't seen Big Swole in a long time. I think she's been hurt.
She's been out because of her UC.
Right. But, I guess there isn't anybody. I guess my point is that, like, I would rather see somebody who's a better worker can have an actual match because you're going to have a long time before you can build to Jay Cargill in a actual 8 to 10 minute important match.
Well, we've talked about this in the past where it's tough for people to get reps in.
Right.
Because you're only doing this tapings. Now,
right.
Like that's what Dark should be for, is to get reps in.
Yes.
Even like I'm sure they practice, I get it, but it's actually getting in there and doing it is completely different.
Right.
So I get what you're saying with that, but I was fine with it. I thought Jay looked good.
I don't have a problem with it overall. I'm just saying, looking towards the future, you're going to have issues if you expect her to carry a full-time, long match.
Yeah,
in a main spot.
And then Jade gets into it with Red Velvet at ringside.
Yeah,
still.
but we get 2 women's matches, which might be a first on Dynamite.
MJF, Tully, FTR, Wardlow,
Yep,
and the human charisma Sean Spears are here.
Jesus Christ.
Tully gets on the mic, cuts a real good promo. God damn, that dude!
It was great.
Talk, man.
That's the thing. So that's the point. So they drop the name here.
The Pinnacle.
They let Tully be the first one to sort of hint at it, which is the right thing to do because out of all those guys, Tony's the only Tully Titty Blanchard is the only man who can talk me into this at all. Out of that group, he's the only actual convincing talker. He's when they talk about all the things they talk about him, they're one of the best minds in the business, this and this. It's all true about Tully.
Yeah. You mean you're not behind Double S Sean Spears?
Did they call him that?
MJF did.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Double S Sean Spears.
No, not into that. Not into that at all. Unless this stands for shit stain, I'm not into it.
I mean, hey. Yeah.
Super suck. That's another one I'll allow.
Double S Sean Spears.
Oh my god.
Well, Tully cuts a really good promo.
Yes.
Just building up the group. MJF gets on the mic.
And body shames Chris Jericho for 5 minutes. That's all it was.
I mean,
Listen, everybody else is doing it. Why not? Yeah. What do you say? You're farther apart than your pec muscles? Is one of the lines?
God damn it, he did say that, didn't he? First of all, homeboy needs to chill out on the tanner.
Yep.
I was like, bro, you got it splotched everywhere. Like,
right. And
come on.
So he's overexposed. His promos get very repetitive. Even within the same promo, he has his tropes written down, and doesn't seem like he can cut on the fly. You know, not that he writes a script, but he plans out everything he's going to say, and I don't think he's very convincing.
I thought it was good from him last night, though. Okay. Like, he sounded like talking with a lot of conviction, which that was fine. Like, I get it. Like, the one-liners get a little annoying, but he just builds up the group and talks about FTR and double S. And just says that we're taking over.
Right.
So yeah.
He said something else.
What did he say?
Hold on 1 second.
Dooge's Rant Corner.
He called Wardlow the best big man in the business.
Oh boy.
Welcome to the inaugural edition of Dooge's Rant Corner. Thank you, David Kincannon, for the jingle. MJF called Wardlow the best big man in the business. Might have even said ever. I have a problem with that.
Let it out, man.
How tall is Wardlow?
I don't know.
Wardlow's 6'3", build.
Okay, so he's not
same height as me.
That big.
Right. He's in great shape.
Yeah.
He's a big guy compared to most of that roster. But the big men of professional wrestling cannot be a sliding scale. I am not allowing that.
You're putting your foot down? The
foot is down. I'm not allowing it. So here's the thing. Because there's got to be limits on best big man, because then it's just not fair. Because if he's the best big man in the business at 6'3", then, like, what's Edge? Like, you know, I don't know, but probably pretty close, right? I mean, Chris Jericho's 6 foot, so Wardlow's only 3. Chris Jericho, hold on, air quotes. Chris Jericho's 6 foot, but like, so I want to put limitations on big men because it pisses me off.
Edge is 6'3".
Okay, exactly, right? And like Wardlow is bigger, bulkier than him, but I still wouldn't qualify him as a big man. Best big man in the business is different, and so I'm putting requirements on it. And maybe you don't agree with them, maybe you do. Okay, but here's where I'm going. All right, there's parameters.
I'm with you.
There is a scale. There's 2 ways you can go here, right?
I feel like you need to consult some people on this scale.
Yeah,
you need to join in with. I think Sposto and the Boar have a scale system going
about Haas's, right?
Yeah.
So I'm talking big men. When you think big men in the wrestling business, who do you think of
immediately?
Yeah,
Vader.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Vader's not the tallest guy in the world, but he's the second rule. Who I think of, Bam Bam Bigelow.
Okay.
Bam Bam Bigelow's 6'4". He's only an inch taller than Wardlow.
Yeah, Vader was 6'5".
Right. So, if you want to be best big man in the business, right? Here's what I'm saying to you. You can be 6'3", but you fucking better weigh over 350 pounds.
True.
If you're built like Wardlow, but you want to be considered a big man, be like 6'7" or above, 6'6" maybe. Right? You have to be big. I'm thinking Bam Bam Bigelow. I'm thinking John Tenta, who was like 6'8". Like, you know, I'm thinking Uncle Fred.
So,
I'm thinking Vader.
Do you consider Brock Lesnar a big man?
No.
Okay, good, because I was going to say he's 6'3".
Right,
okay.
No. Because, so you either have to be
I get what you're
cut
saying.
and tall, or still tall. Like, you can't be, you can't be 5'10" and built like a brick shit house and be considered a big man. It has to be a different thing. But, like, I'll use Bam Bam Bigelow as the best example because he's 6'4", which isn't necessarily tall for the time of wrestling that he was from to be considered a big man, but he weighed 390 pounds.
Yeah.
Right? So to be able to move like that, like that's where it comes from. Wardlow isn't anything special in size. He's actually comparative to what sort of size of wrestlers were normal when we were growing up. You know? I don't know how, what'd you say Lesnar's what, 6'3"? 6'3".
Yoko was 6'4".
Right, but huge.
But he was also
right,
500
pounds. Right. You know, and like, so that's the best big man in the business to say that about Wardlow. And I know it's a wrestling promo and I'm blowing out of proportion. Just live with me here. To say that Wardlow is the best big man in the business, even currently, like I'd put Otis. Otis is a shorter guy, but he's a brick house kind of guy. Maybe not in the big man status, but the closest thing that maybe WWE has outside of Big Show is a giant. But like they don't really exist in wrestling right now necessarily, which is a shame. Keith Lee would be a big man because he's a wide, fat guy.
Poor Keith Lee.
I saw he's out. I don't know what's going on with him, but anyway, back to my rant. Pretend that I'm really angry here.
Well, like even like Lance Archer's bigger than him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And
Right,
again,
yeah.
and like Archer like walks that line because Archer's much taller, but not a big broad guy.
He's still, yeah.
You know.
I get it.
So like it really bothered me because it cannot be a sliding scale, and I just don't think he fits those parameters. And unfortunately, when I think of big men, I tend to think of the fatter guys in professional wrestling because that's kind of what it was meant to. It was the fat guys who were extraordinarily athletic and agile.
Or like Sid.
Right, Sid's huge.
Yeah.
Right, like you have to be a big man in professional wrestling. If I'm next to you, I have to be like, oh shit, because Billy Gunn's bigger than Wardlow.
Yeah, Billy Gunn's bigger than
Billy
Wardlow,
Gunn's not a
yeah.
big man.
No.
He's a big guy,
Yeah.
but he's not a big man in wrestling. And I do sort of think of fat guys. You know, I'm thinking of the Bam Bam doing the top rope stuff, and Vader hitting those big moves. That kind of stuff. Yoko was incredibly quick and agile for his size. That's what I think of. John Tenta was a really good professional wrestler. That's the hill I'm dying on right now, is that John Tenta's a way better professional wrestler than people remember.
I'm with you on that. Big fan.
So like,
big fan
just,
of the
it
Shark.
really just irked me that he said that because Wardlow is nothing special.
Okay.
And he's especially not a big man. So just stop with the sliding scale of wrestling terminology. I know they don't exist right now. We don't have the 6'8" killer out there in wrestling, I don't think. Like, I don't know. And there's exceptions to every rule because Dijakovic T-Bar, whatever he is, he's tall, but I wouldn't consider him a big man. I'd consider him a douchebag.
Jesus.
But it's a sliding scale, but it's not a sliding scale, but there is exceptions and certain rules. Height limit or weight limit. If you have to hit one of those, or if not both of those parameters,
Okay.
to be a big man. Like John Tenta hit all the parameters to be a big man.
Yeah.
So
So did Uncle Fred.
So damn right, so did Uncle Fred. Yeah. That looks like Uncle Fred. That's the end of Dooge's Rant Corner. I'm not going to play the song again. Yeah, that's all.
All right.
Big man is a sacred term to me, and I love my big men. And
Yes, you do.
I do. That's right. In more ways than one. Clip that out. Soundbite that one. I'm good with that. I'm comfortable knowing that my love of John Tenta and Vader should chase Wardlow right out of the business.
It's weird because, like, I feel like I give more slack to Wardlow, and
Right.
I like Wardlow way more than you do.
Yeah.
And that's not saying that I love him. I'm just like, he's okay.
Right.
But yeah, I don't consider him a big man.
I like his finish. I like things that he's done. But like, yeah, just it really irked me. Like,
especially when there was that one picture where they forgot to edit out his feet when he was on his tippy toes with the inner circle.
right? Like he's just not. And like they even like to say that about Luchasaurus, and I would argue that Luchasaurus also not a big man. But
He's just big for the company.
he's big for the company, and he's big for wrestling. Wrestlers have gotten smaller, and I'm completely fine with that. Now, Vince McMahon has a fucking conniption fit about it, but I'm completely fine with it. But big men still need to be held to the same standard. You can't just slide that down because wrestling as a whole is smaller. It does a disservice to the older big men who were giant human beings doing crazy things, whereas you get somebody like Wardlow who's 6'3" but can do stuff like Dynamite Kid. Doesn't make him a big man. He's wrestling like a junior out there. Doesn't work for me.
I've had a problem with that for a long time.
Right. Everybody wants to be a junior.
Well, speaking of what's his face, Luchasaurus.
Yes.
Next match, we have Jurassic Express and Bear
That's what
Country.
they call a segue, partner.
See that? Going up against Private Party, Butcher and Blade, and Matt Hardy.
What's Matt Hardy calling this group?
I don't think they have a name.
I thought he named it.
I know he calls himself Big Money Matt.
Oh, great.
Well, this match goes like 8 minutes. Matt Hardy, Butcher Blade, and Private Party win.
Yeah.
Honestly, dude, I didn't take anything away from this at all.
This match was a mess.
I just like it was one of those where I'm like,
So
how am I gonna get water?
Right before the finish, they for no reason shit canned everybody out of the ring but Marco and Private Party. Did every move in the world to him while everybody fought on the outside. Matt Hardy tagged in and got the pin.
Yeah.
It was such a lazy formatting for a match. The best thing to come out of the match is that JR called Matt Hardy a glory hog.
A glory hog.
Yes.
Good old.
He's a glory hog, Matt Hardy.
Oh Jesus. Yeah.
Oh.
I just
Not to be mistaken with glory hound Christopher Daniels.
I just still don't give a shit about anything Matt Hardy does.
No, and so
It's sad because I like Butcher and Blade.
So there was a good part in this match where Big Butch and Luchasaurus squared off, and had some hard hitting stuff, and I liked it. But otherwise, this match was a mess. It's just not a waste of my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We go backstage to Christian, and he talks about making wrestling better, and he is the workhorse in professional wrestling.
Yep.
And if anybody forgot, they'll remember quickly. And then talks about Omega and just,
Right. That he doesn't want. He you can see him down the road. He understands he's got to get wins under his belt first. Whatever.
I don't know, man.
Right.
It's on that like still super underwhelming territory.
Yes,
So.
I agree. But you skipped a segment.
Well, I was actually going to get to that next.
Okay.
But I didn't know reverse
whatever.
order.
Whatever.
I mean, fucking sue me. I don't know.
I will. You'll be hearing from my lawyer,
So
Douglas Verdiglione.
well, just
He's also my life coach.
he's also my lawyer
Oh,
too.
shit.
So
That's a conflict
and
of
my
interest.
spiritual advisor,
Yes. Well. He's my life coach.
life coach. He's also my death coach. He. I just want to talk about Doug now.
Yes.
So Eddie Kingston and John Moxley cut a fun promo.
Yeah, great promo. Hilarious.
Moxley making fun of the Good Brothers.
Right.
Kingston making fun of the Good Brothers.
Right. Mox mad that he got ripped off for paying for Talking Shop of Mania.
Same.
Yes.
And then Kingston getting serious and quoting 50 Cent
Uh-huh.
and quoting Tupac. And I was like, man, I see a lot of myself in Eddie Kingston. Because I like those guys too. And Eddie Kingston fucking rules.
Eddie's awesome, man.
I fucking love Eddie. And I
Right.
love Mox.
Yep.
And them together
They were
makes me
good together.
real happy.
Like, you could tell these are dudes who are long friends that are just having fun, like, for the time that they're going to be paired together.
Yeah.
This was a lot of fun, for sure.
Oh, man. Love it. Next match, it's going to be Gallows and Anderson versus Moxley and Kingston.
Yes.
Eddie gets jumped on the entrance. Moxley runs out for the save. They're still beating the shit out of him, though. They hit the Magic Killer on Moxley on the outside.
Right.
Match finally starts, and the match goes like 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Moxley and Eddie get the win. Another roll-up.
I like this a lot, man.
Another roll-up.
I like this match a lot.
Well, again, it gets +3.
+3, I think the King and Mox together are a lot of fun. I thought it was a good tag wrestling, and we got Tony Schiavone to put over Jun Akiyama on
We
commentary.
sure did. That always puts a smile on this face.
So that's how that works. Excalibur just slips in the note and says, "Just say this combination of words."
Just say
Yeah,
this.
just say this. You don't even know what it means. Just say it. I thought it was a really good. I loved it. I thought it was a good tag match.
Jun Akiyama, the Japanese B.J. Whitmer.
That's oh my god. I think we just got canceled as a podcast. Shit.
You love B.J. Whitmer.
BJ Akiyama.
The Hillbilly Jesus.
Hillbilly Jesus.
But yeah, match was fun.
That dude would just straight steal full Akiyama matches in Ring of Honor.
Well, it's because isn't he like a coach backstage with AEW or something?
Is he AEW or is he NXT?
No, he's AEW.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's just back there teaching everybody exploders.
I mean, I'm not mad. So
This is how you normally do it, but this is how you do it if you're in never mind.
the
98.
the match itself, like it was kind of weird because Gallows and Anderson just beat the fucking shit out of them.
Yeah.
The whole match.
Well,
And then it's
they're
just
hurt.
like,
They're both beat up.
yeah, which is fine. And then it's just like roll up 1, 2, 3. Like I get it, but
I liked it.
it was
I had a lot of fun with it.
it was okay.
Well,
After the match, Gallows starts beating on him. So does Anderson. In comes Omega and Callis.
Yeah.
And
Slowly, sauntering.
Well, Omega like snapping his fingers to his theme song, like just cocky prick, man.
Right.
Sits on the chair just over Mox, and Kingston comes flying out of nowhere to take him out. And then they hit the Magic Killer on Kingston. Mm-hmm. And then Kingston gets Pillmanized.
Yeah.
Poor Eddie Kingston. Mm-hmm. He sold it like he got fucking shot.
He did.
The way you're supposed to.
Right, absolutely.
Not like Ronda Rousey did in Survivor Series what happened to her neck. She should have been dead. She should have just now be making her comeback.
Right. No, she shouldn't.
Well, that's another story. They go over to Moxley, and they're going to Pillmanize him by the head. Mm-hmm. But then the Young Bucks come out to stop them, and Omega's pissed. They try to throw up the sign, the too sweet.
Right.
And the Bucks are like, nope, we're out of here. Like, fuck this. Mm-hmm. We don't want anything to do with this. Omega's still super pissed, and they just leave.
Right.
Which was kind of weird. I guess that's like their breakup, I assume?
I guess.
Maybe.
They've been teasing it for a long time.
They've been teasing it, but they haven't for a couple weeks.
Right.
Like, so,
classic AEW.
Yeah, like, you'll pick it up later down the road. Moxley chases everybody off with a chair. So
Right.
there's that.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Tony Schiavone introducing the Stinger.
The Stinger.
Out comes Darby, and Darby says he won the title back in November.
Yeah.
He's only defended 3 times, and it's bullshit. And he wants to defend it more, and says, "All right, anybody like from the Dark Order, step up because Brody was the best champ ever." So out comes Lance Archer, which he's like a full blown heel again.
Yeah.
And he's pissed off at Sting. He's pissed off at Darby. Sting and Jake have the little back and forth.
They teased their cinematic match that's going to happen. Jake versus Sting.
Man, Jake can barely walk.
I know. That's why it's got to be cinematic.
Oh, I don't know if cinematic can save that, man.
You can. You just put a guy in a fat suit.
Okay. All right. I'm in. Mm-hmm. Jake with that awful fucking line to Darby. Like, you better go find your bone backstage.
Weenie.
Because you're a weenie.
Yeah. You say awful, I say great.
All right.
Jake the Snake went through his best material years ago. Decades ago.
That's bullshit, man, because Jake's first promo when he came in against Cody was fucking great.
That's true.
It was so good.
That is true. Nothing's been as good as this classic, though. What is this, chocolate?
I mean, you got 21.
That's right. That clearly is the best one.
But Jake says the winds of change are coming.
Yeah.
And Tony Khan better realize you don't play with fire. Mm-hmm. And then tells those boys to be careful because it's about to change.
Before we get to the second half of this segment, I thought we were sort of done with Stinger for now. Like, I thought, not that he was going to go away forever. I just thought, okay, he had a big blow off. Sting was going to walk away for a little bit because, they won. He had his send off, and then he'll come back and make a big impact later on against somebody else. That's a little unfortunate. I still like seeing Sting.
He's full time.
But, yeah, kind of.
I like making appearances anyway.
Yeah.
Schiavone apologizes, and then he gets cut off again by Team Taz. And Brian Cage rips the mic out of Taz's hand.
Yeah, if this wasn't 2021, that's a bad decision.
Yeah, that's a real bad decision. Yeah. I did kind of find it funny where it looked like Taz was trying to jump up on Cage's back to get the mic. I'm like, oh, Taz, you're tiny.
Yeah.
But Cage says, after all the bullshit, Ricky's wrong and you're still an icon and I respect you.
Right.
And, Taz is super pissed. I love when he walked back over and Ricky Starks says, "Are you smoking dope? Are you smoking crack?"
Right.
Cage just leaves.
Sort of a turn, maybe.
Yes.
This is the best case of addition by subtraction I've ever seen. Him leaving only makes Taz's Maniacs better. Will Hobbs can fill his position much more effectively.
Well, and somebody said, "Wow, I can't believe Team Taz heard Babyface last night." So we'll see where that goes.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Whatever. I hope it doesn't involve Sting and Darby anymore. I hope we're beyond that.
No, Sting and Darby are gonna. Yeah. It's gonna be something with Archer and Jake.
Yeah,
that's where that's going.
Yeah, get another babyface out there. Get Taz's Maniacs against
Taz's Maniacs
Hangman.
Implode.
Yeah,
They're gonna implode now.
That's true.
So,
but Hangman would be a good babyface to.
I wonder if that's gonna the Dark Order stuff. I know what it's leading to, but if that continues down that path, If it's going to lead to like Darby Hangman for TNT title, that'd be good.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, that's baby faces though, but
Doesn't
I
fucking
know, it
matter
doesn't
in this
matter.
company.
why do I try and hold it together? I know.
Scorpio Sky gets a video package, and who cares?
Great.
Next match, Ray Phoenix going up against Angelico.
Yep, and Helico with the big no entrance.
So this goes 7.5 minutes. Ray Phoenix gets the win.
Yeah.
I thought this was fucking really good.
So I liked it.
I thought their chain wrestling in this
Yeah.
was spot on.
Okay. I was hoping for a little more. I thought that we didn't quite get the full shine of Angelico that we've seen in a couple of those dark matches where he looked like, holy shit, this guy can go. We got a little bit of it, but when I saw they announced this match, I was like, oh, okay, maybe we'll get like actual like lucha trained Angelico here. We got a little bit, and it was fine. But
I also think it was the second shortest match on the show.
Yeah.
So they didn't really get enough time.
No.
But yeah, I thought it was awesome. Like you said, Angelico's shown like when he's
shown- yeah,
I
right.
think he's a much better singles wrestler than he is a tag.
Yeah, for sure.
I think so.
because he's that submission style
yeah.
sort of crazy transitions kind of guy. So yeah.
Yeah, and I like that immediately after match, Pac slid in the ring and just immediately started shit talking him.
Right.
God bless you, Pac. You're the man.
So I guess this will be Pac and Ray versus TH2.
Well, no, because they're gonna be going up against the Young Bucks.
Yeah, but when is it? That next week?
No, I don't know when it is.
Well, so
but-
they're gonna squeeze TH2 in there.
See, man, I don't know. That's where I get annoyed with AEW. Sometimes I'm like, stop fucking putting everybody in like multiple storylines at once.
Well,
like, let's focus on some.
Nah, it won't be a
some
storyline.
shit.
It'll just be a little 1 or 2 week thinger. That's all.
Speaking of storylines that I wish didn't happen,
Uh-huh.
Alex Marvez is with Miro,
Yes.
and Miro says Charles is just trying to sweeten up the deal, and he says, "I'm not interested. I don't care. I moved on."
Yeah.
To which Kip comes in and says, "I haven't." And
Yeah.
Miro's like, he goes, "They ruined my wedding." And Miro's like, "Are you trying to fucking blame me for this shit, buddy?" And just says like, "Take my advice. Don't have your wife at ringside. It will ruin your career."
Right.
And he says,
What a weird way to go, knowing this week that last week Miro had it out with Jim Clarinet.
"Yeah, but not everybody knows that.
I guess.
Like, was it mentioned on TV?"
No, but
Casual
but,
viewers
but
don't
you-
know that.
Yeah, there's casual viewers watching AEW. I think that
There's a few.
When have they not tailored to the internet AEW fan?
They made Taylor to it, but they don't have to mention it on television.
Yeah, I didn't think they'd mention it. It's just weird knowing, like, your most of your base are smart mark AEW fans. Of course, they know this. They love to rag on Jim Cornette because who doesn't? It was just a weird thing, especially because Cornette threatened Miro again this week too, and it all started over Penelope stuff. But whatever.
I try not to keep up with that.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But
Cornette called him a dollar store Ryback.
oh man,
Yeah, which is the insult of insults.
the big guy.
Yeah.
He says, like, when the bell rings, like, "Kip, I don't care about you. I don't care about your wife. Like, all I care about is winning." And he says, when the bell, like, after the match, like, "We're still friends. That's cool."
Right.
Then he walks off real annoyed. And
Yeah.
Kip's like, "Yeah, we accept." So, planting the seed more.
Right. So this is the breakup. And
It's going to happen.
Right.
Dark Order's backstage. They were dressed up for St. Patty's Day. -1 accepts the open challenge.
Right.
God, that kid rules. And Evil Uno's like, give it like 10 years, buddy.
Right.
And then John Silver says, yeah, he's down. And then everybody chants meat while John Silver flexes. Fucking sign me up, man.
Super excited for Darby, John Silver. Yeah.
It's going to be fucking awesome.
Absolutely.
Main event time.
Yes.
We have a lights out match.
Lights out.
Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa.
The blow off to the feud that they dropped the ball on in the tournament.
Yeah, so this goes 16 and a half minutes.
Yeah. First women's main event of AEW.
Yeah, ever.
Yep. First women's lights out. First lights out on Dynamite.
Yeah, first one on Dynamite.
Lots of firsts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thunder Rosa gets the W.
She does.
She, I assume, wins the feud.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So this is the talk of the wrestling world. I said to you, like, this puts a lot of pressure on these two, like, because there's a lot of firsts and there's gonna be a lot of eyes on it, and goddamn, they delivered.
I figured they were gonna go hard.
Yeah,
I didn't know they were going this fucking hard.
Right, and maybe they didn't either. I think when Britt hits that level of the Muta scale mid match, you gotta just go, all right, we're doing this.
I mean, we had blood from both.
Yeah.
Britt hit a fucking gusher.
Red equals green, my man.
That picture of her with like bleeding and the blood's in her eyes and shit is like some iconic shit to me already.
Yep.
Like,
absolutely,
that is the fucking moment.
Made me a Britt Baker fan, which I thought she had been one of the most improved, if not the most improved person on the roster.
Well, and we've said like her character's been fucking great ever since she turned heel.
Right.
In ring, whatever.
Yeah, in ring she hasn't been great. But they killed this match, man. It was great. Crushed it.
Fucking awesome. You had table spots.
Yep.
The fucking tax.
We talked about it earlier. I was watching this. My wife Michelle, sometimes guest of the show, was in bed. She just went to sleep, kind of. She's like laying up, and she texts me because she can hear me like oohing and ahhing, and going like, oh no. And the biggest one was that bag, because that was a heavy bag of tax.
Sure was.
And she dumped that out, and I was like, okay, they're not, whatever. And then Britt takes the bump on that,
power bomb,
and she had all those tacks in her back, and I was like, oh god,
that was a lot of fucking.
That was a lot of thumbtacks.
A lot of tacks.
A lot of thumbtacks. If you are one of our listeners that doesn't watch AEW regularly, sometimes maybe you listen to us to pick and choose what was good, what wasn't. Maybe you don't watch at all. You just like listening to our voices for some odd reason. Watch this match. Yeah. Hey, Doug. Go watch this match.
Well, and
come over to my house. I'll show you.
They already
match.
put it up on YouTube.
Did they?
Night. Yeah.
They should have. Because then I thought that's what they were going to do when Mick Foley tweeted like, "Where can I watch it?" I was like, they're going to put it up on YouTube.
Yeah, they put it up last night. Fucking hats off to both.
Right.
Both of them.
No
just
complaints.
Insane bumps.
Right.
Even fucking Rebel. Like, I think she's played her role perfectly with Britt.
Yeah.
Her taking the table bump.
Right. They've had a few missteps with Brett. You're Brett. Even recently with like the waiting room stuff, like it just didn't quite work the way they thought it would. She's best when she's not overcoached to talk like she was in the beginning. Like, let her be herself. Let her be this heel. She needs to get that belt. She should have had it already because she does awesome. But they need a good heel challenger to get her there. Even though Rosa won, I'm sure Rosa's going back to NWA when they come back too. She's going to float
know what's
around.
happening with it.
She's going to float around.
The walls are down.
They also
now.
mentioned on commentary earlier that Red Velvet's the #1 ranked woman right now, which I don't understand. Let me see the long math on that one. Show your work, Cody. But like seriously. Britt does not lose a goddamn thing by losing this match. She probably gains more than Rosa does in this match.
Honestly, I agree.
And she needs to be the heel up against Sheeta and to take that belt from Sheeta's long run.
100%.
And be what she said she was, the face of the company, the face of the division. She needs to be, because this is, like you said, this is already an iconic image, an iconic match. It's going to be in the match of the year talks.
Yeah.
It's going to definitely be in the top AEW matches of the year. Top AEW matches that they've done so far. Like, it was the fact that this match was on regular TV and there was this much color.
I couldn't believe it.
Like,
this was on normal television,
and they're leaning into sort of the ghoul shit a little bit. The pay-per-view had the explosions. This was basically a death match. Like,
Tony Khan's a ghoul.
Right.
Like, he's a fucking ghoul.
Let's start pushing these boundaries. Let's see what TV will allow and give me this true AEW vision of a complete mix of styles. We can have one match that's lucha. We can have one match that's strong style. We can have one death match. Like, play around with it. Hardcore match, whatever. Yeah.
Well, I even saw like Dustin Rhodes this week. In an interview, he said, they're like, oh, who do you want to face? He goes, I'd love to face Moxley. I'd love to face Kingston. He goes, make it real easy. Make it a bunkhouse match or a barbed wire match. He goes, we'll fucking do great.
There you go.
He goes, it'll be so much fun.
Right. So just watch this match. They released a clip of Britt backstage getting looked at, and she's like, Mox will be proud of me.
They released like a pretty decently long video where like they showed Tony Khan and Omega like came down to ringside and they're like, hey, like Tony's like, thank you so much for the match, and Kenny's like, you all right? He's like, Kenny's saying, he goes, that was fucking awesome.
It was incredible.
Like, just
they
thank
got a
both
standing
of
ovation
them.
backstage.
Yeah.
It's I get chills just talking about it. It's a special match, and I'm sure I can go back and watch it and nitpick the wrestling, but it didn't matter.
That wasn't a wrestling match,
because
dude.
here's
That was a spectacle.
Here's what wrestling matters. The big bumps matter. The visuals matter, and this match had all of that, and it had good wrestling. Thunder Rosa is a good wrestler. Britt Baker is a very improved professional wrestler from where she was. I loved this match.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this saved this episode.
Yeah,
for me.
Okay,
it saved it.
Okay,
but that was the end of AEW Dynamite.
That's the end of AEW Dynamite. You are correct, sir.
Time to watch NXT
COVID edition.
Yeah, so big changes to this week.
I meant to look up what the changes were. I don't know what was announced. Leon Ruff and Swerve.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else at the moment, but I know that was off.
It seemed like a card that was full of replacement matches.
Yeah, dude. So apparently there's a real big COVID outbreak.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna say who I think it is.
Okay,
but if you're picking up what I'm putting down,
yeah.
There's a certain person who wears a zebra striped shirt who was not there last night on television.
So what you're telling me is that it turns out that Q pills don't cure COVID?
Not for everyone.
Okay, good.
No, they don't.
Great.
What a piece of garbage.
Yeah. Was the super spreader involved in this? We don't know, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because I didn't see her there either last night.
But she's injured.
Yeah, but she was there last week.
That is true. That is true.
God damn it! There are so many idiots
just to talk about this too. Interesting that we haven't had Cameron Grimes in now 2 weeks.
Well, that was another one they talked about. No Cameron Grimes last night,
Right? And he posted pictures of himself on vacation today. Did you see these? I got to bring him up to you. I got to bring him up. You got to see him. Okay. We're gonna get live reaction here, which is excellent podcasting. But anyway, he posted vacation pics, and he was like, "Don't worry about me. I'm on vacation, spending my money, all that other happy stuff." Let's see. What's Cameron Grimes' Twitter? Anybody know?
I'm just going to assume Cameron Grimes WWE because that sounds very generic.
It does sound very generic.
That's probably what it is.
C Grimes WWE. Yep.
Close enough. I was close.
All right. So he said, "Is it Wednesday already? Daggone, I meant to come to work today, but I've been busy vacationing. # kiss my grits. It's a holiday." You ready?
I did see that picture. Yeah.
Swimming with dolphins.
That's fucking great.
On the beach, drinking.
What a guy.
Jet ski.
God bless him.
So he put up pictures of him, clearly not photoshopped, of him on vacation, and they're hilarious. I hope he doesn't have COVID, man. He was hitting a really good spot, but...
Oh God! What a fucking mess,
listen.
man.
I don't want any days delaying me between Cameron Grimes versus Ted DiBiase.
That's true because that needs to happen.
It does need to happen, but that's not on the show.
Yeah.
Because of.
Let's talk about things that are on this show.
Yeah, let's talk about things that are on this show.
Finn Balor's in the ring to start
great.
the show. Talks about how he's beaten everybody, and he knows that Karrion Kross is up next.
Right.
So Karrion Kross and Scarlett arrive. Finn says that he doesn't have what it takes to win the main event against him. And then Karrion says, "I'm going to choke you out." And he says, "You're going to be in the main event and you're going to choke."
Right, exactly. It's like, it was just two grown men going, "Oh, yeah, well, you're this. Yeah, well, I might be this, but you're this."
And then fucking Scarlett opens her mouth. And she has foreseen this.
In the tarot cards.
Oh,
tea
my
leaves.
fucking God. It's so bad.
Yeah. She should go be a valet for
bad.
The MJF's new group.
Bad.
Because she's
awful.
Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah.
Fucking sucks.
Because she's Scarlett Bordeaux. She makes me bored. Get it?
Wah, wah.
That was funny. You shut your mouth. Somebody out there's laughing.
They get cut off by Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan. They should never let Oney Lorcan have a fucking mic in his hand.
No.
They talk about Pete Dunne, who's, Pete Dunne last night. rubs up against both of them and is like, you guys should put your titles on the line if you're not cowards.
Right. Every single person in this opening segment was bad on the mic. Every single one of them. I don't know if it's because they're being fed the lines or have to memorize scripts or whatever it is.
Like,
there was not a quality individual in this on the mic.
So Wednesday nights I watch. If the Sixers are on, I watch.
Yeah.
That's just where I'm at with my life. So it went to halftime, and this was starting. I'm like, all right, like, okay, during halftime, I'll watch NXT.
Right.
I watched this whole opening segment. I go, you've got to be fucking kidding me that this is on television.
Yeah.
This shit was fucking terrible.
It
dude.
gets
it was so
right.
bad.
It gets the Wednesday Night War Oof Award because it was bad.
Like, I want to like Karrion Kross as a wrestler. Let me preface that as a wrestler.
Much more to like him as a wrestler than as a human.
But this Scarlet shit is so bad.
And it's been bad since the beginning. It doesn't work
if
with
you
her.
recall, the first entrance they made together with that miming.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, this fucking sucks.
And I still love the part where where they cut away from her and he comes through the red and
that
screaming.
Cool.
Awesome. But everything else she does is just, it's cringy.
Oh, it's so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that are bad, Dexter Lumis up against the scumbag.
Yep.
Which, if you notice, Gargano and Candice weren't there last night.
We're not.
I don't think Indy was either, was she?
No, Indie Wrestling Loomis was not there. I sent it to Brett. Indy Hartwell changed her Twitter name, not the @ but her actual profile name to Indy Hartwell Wrestling Loomis, which is hilarious.
She said something about this week too. She's like there was something about a color. She goes, "Damn, everybody tells me I'm green, like it's a bad thing." I'm like, all right, I like you.
Yeah.
I skipped.
Indy's growing on me.
Character wise, yes. I skipped through this. I don't know what happened because I'm not watching.
I only watched Loomis choke him out. That was it.
Good.
I fast forwarded through it and watched Loomis choke him out because I want to see that.
I did see the screenshot of Loomis choking scumbag, and Indy quoted it with hard eyes. Yeah, because Indy.
They need to be together.
Yeah, Indy's thrown out there that she might want to get choked by Loomis.
Sure. Why not?
She wouldn't mind.
Hey.
But I fast
Who
forwarded
would?
through I mean, hey, bring it on, brother.
I blew right through this.
Yeah.
I love Loomis. But I don't necessarily need to see. I like Loomis the character. I think he's a fine wrestler.
Yeah.
But he's not someone where I will sit and watch a redacted guy wrestling because he's so good in the ring.
I don't think there's anybody that I'd watch a redacted person. I was like,
really?
Nope, nobody.
Okay.
I really don't.
You wouldn't watch Too Cold Scorpio beat the crap out of Austin Theory?
No.
Okay.
I don't want to give any of my time to it.
All right.
None.
I'd watch Walter wrestle Theory.
I probably wouldn't even watch that.
Okay. All right.
Backstage, Tomato Champer is talking to Mackenzie.
But this was a weird segment because Mackenzie was like, I'm here in the hallway waiting for William Regal. William Regal. And then full of hair Ciampa shows up. He's like, hey.
Old man Champer.
Right.
He's just growing it in. My lawn,
he should get a skullet. I hope that's what he's going for.
So they try to find Marchell and Fabian Eichner and see if Alexander Wolf, because he wasn't there last night either.
Right. Nor was Thatcher.
Yeah, that's another one. He also, damn, dude, Jesus.
Right. Now, we don't know if these were planned or not.
We don't, but
you can take a guess.
You put 2 and 2 together. He tells her that Imperium will not be standing by the end of the night. Adam Cole's in the ring for a promo. Says, I didn't have an issue with Kyle O'Reilly. I just didn't need him anymore.
Yeah.
But after last week, we have an issue. Regal interrupts, says Kyle wasn't cleared to compete. He's not here since he's now more injured.
Right. His neck, he's banned from the CWC.
Yeah. Kyle interrupts on the screen saying, I'm not there for your safety, Cole. And I'm willing to do anything to you for what you did to 11 years of friendship.
Yeah.
And Cole storms off.
For whatever reason, this is complete fucking sidebar, and it just popped in my brain, and I just realized how disgusting it is. Story from my youth, because I was going to say, I was once banned from a CYC.
What'd you do?
But I wasn't. I was just going to make the joke, but then it made me remember in my head. Now, this has nothing to do with wrestling, and I apologize for this sidebar, and this probably isn't the place for it. But I went to summer camp when I was a kid at the CYC, and they used to do scavenger hunts. and you like have to go around and like to get certain things and put them in bags and collect them for the end of the day, scavenger hunt kind of thing. And one of the things on the scavenger hunt was a cockroach. And I remember as a kid going into the showers at the pool. No, but you had to take the drain out of the middle of like the locker room showers and reach your hand in and grab the cockroaches out.
Was a lot of poop.
And if it was live, you got extra credit. So you just clip it on like a clothespin and put it in a bag. That's disgusting.
That's just kid stuff, man.
It's just no, it's not. But anyway, I don't know why that just popped in my head. It has nothing to do with wrestling. But
I mean, my CYC story is going to see WWF there.
There you go.
A
See,
pair
all
of
ties in.
sunglasses.
Catholic Youth Center making like 11-year-old kids gather roaches for a scavenger hunt. Sounds great.
Me getting my hero sunglasses.
Yes. Sorry. Go ahead.
So after footage from last week's title win, Ember and Shotzi are interviewed.
Yeah.
They're just happy to be together. The Robert Stone brand cuts them off, saying the titles would look better on them.
Right.
Ember and Shotzi accept.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a throwaway match.
Yeah. Outside the arena, noted scumbag.
I can't help but imagine that was supposed to be Indy and
Candace?
Or do you think they're going to save that for later on down the road?
I think they're going to save it for TakeOver.
Because this is barely a match that's going to happen.
They're going to save it for TakeOver.
Okay.
Yeah.
This will be Jesse Kamea. I think it's barely a wrestling match.
It's just
barely.
It's just
it's not going to work.
Match to get them established.
It ain't going to work.
All.
Ain't going to work.
Yeah, noted scumbag, and this is going to be only time we mention him by name, Jordan Devlin.
Oh, yeah, I didn't watch any of this. As soon as I saw it was him.
I saw him show up, and I fast-forwarded.
I knew that he was coming as I saw it on Twitter, so I prepared myself for it. But yeah, hide your wives, hide your daughters. Jordan Devlin's here.
Just another piece of shit.
Yep, not happening.
But that leaves
Which
us...
sucks, because I'm not going to be able to talk about Escobar match.
That's real bad.
But whatever.
Breezango versus Legado del Fantasma.
Yeah.
I just want to note out Fandango's hip thrusts in the entrance were very on point.
They were?
Good for him.
Yes.
The match goes a little under 10 minutes. Legado gets the win.
They do?
Match itself, I thought was fucking good, man.
Match was good.
Good shit.
The finish benefited from the quick cut.
Yeah,
because that
did.
kick was way off, but they
Way
cut
off.
around it and it worked. Unlike the Cesar Bononi match on AW Dark. Did you see that thing?
I saw the clip and
yeah. Could edit that out.
Why the fuck? What are you doing?
But they cut around this. I don't know if it was live or not. I never keep track of that stuff. But they managed to quick cut away from it, so you couldn't really tell how far away the finish kick was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was a good match. These guys can all wrestle.
They're good tag shit.
Yep.
Very good tag shit
Yeah.
from these guys. After the match, Santos gets on the microphone and says he hears about a scumbag, and then I fast forwarded
Yep,
it
me
through
too.
this because I saw them face to
Yep,
face.
didn't see any of it.
And it sucks.
No idea.
Because the match is probably going to be sick.
Right.
But don't give a
Is Devlin good? I don't
frick.
actually remember him wrestling.
He's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I
don't matter. Fuck that guy.
He hit his stride
Yeah.
over, and then I think it was him and Walter had a really good match.
Yeah.
Him and Tyler Bate had really good matches.
Okay.
I think it's a little overrated.
Yeah.
But I remember before the shutdown, I think he won the belt from Leo Rush.
Yeah?
The
Is that when he
cruiserweight
got
belt.
it? Yeah.
'Cause I remember
him winning
it being good.
Yeah.
But,
Then all the shit came out.
yep,
Yeah, fuck that guy.
scumbag, fuck him. Video package airs to hype the arrival of Saray.
Yes.
Do you know anything about Saray?
I did because I looked her up.
Okay, proud of you.
Because in Japan, she was also Saray, but spelled differently.
Just different spelling.
Yes.
That's all.
That's fine. I'm fine with that. Yeah, so she, Joshi, couple different places, then Sendai, I think, and I believe she met Dakota Kai a couple times, right?
Yeah, because Dakota posted pictures
Yeah.
of them wrestling over there, them together.
And she's supposed to be pretty hard hitter, I guess, right?
Ooh, yeah.
Bruiser, good, good.
Bring
them in.
They sign a lot of great Japanese women.
They do.
Asuka, Kairi,
Yep.
Io.
Yeah. UK has Miko Satomura,
Oh, God.
probably the best.
The fact that she's not over. And,
I know.
Oh,
I
it
know.
makes me so sad because
know.
I ain't watching NXT UK. Next match. Speaking of Dakota Kai going
Yeah.
up against Zoe Stark.
Yeah.
Match goes 12 and a half minutes.
It's a long match.
Yeah, and this is one of those where, was it long because of COVID?
Stretch it out.
Yeah, hey guys, work a little extra.
Right.
Dakota wins.
Yeah.
12.5 minutes. I thought the match was good.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Lots of talking from Dakota. She was a little more, a little less hiding her calling spots and stuff. Maybe her and Zoe, new relationship there in the ring. I thought it was good. Dakota wins. Interesting. Good to pump up Dakota Kai. I have an idea of where I want them to go with that. But
say it, baby, say it.
But weird that Stark loses already.
I was going to bring that up too because she's been on TV how many times and she's lost how many times.
Right.
I don't understand the whole logic of, well, we need to build them through losing.
Right.
Like, no,
Yeah.
build them through
No.
winning.
Right. Build them
Like,
through winning.
Listen,
Right.
I get it. You threw it in there with Io Shirai.
Right.
Lost.
Uh-huh.
Now with Dakota, lost. But, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, build
Weird.
people up through winning, maybe.
Right. So, but with Dakota, here's what I want them to do. Here's my idea. As we'll talk about in a little bit, Raquel faces Io. Now, I have a feeling they're going to have Raquel win just because of her size and they can run off of that. But have Raquel lose. Have Io get beat up in the match, though. Have Dakota challenge. Have Dakota win.
Okay.
Put the belt on Dakota. She more than earned it. She's very talented in the ring. Not as good as Io, but that's fine. Because Io's had the belt for a long time. We can cool Io off a little bit. Put the belt on Dakota.
You said Coolio. Sorry.
Have Dakota as champ. Raquel as her heater. Dakota winning matches, but not without Dakota's help.
Dude, they just need to go the whole Diesel Shawn
Exactly.
Michaels
That's
route.
exactly where I'm going.
Fuck, let's
and then,
go.
Right, and then you split them off when Raquel realizes that
The
you know
dudettes
she
with
that,
attitude that's explode.
right, and Raquel realizes she's the reason why Dakota's kept winning these matches, why she's able to be champion. She's sick of it. She wants her shot. She beats Dakota, becomes a huge baby face, breaks up the group, and builds Raquel all the way.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think Io drops the belt really at
probably
all.
dream.
But I would like to see that because I do want to see the Diesel Shawn stuff.
Absolutely.
But there could be a chance that Raquel beats Io just because of her size. They love her size so
yeah,
much.
they do love her.
Yeah.
After the match, Kai is just talking shit to Zoe Stark. Io comes out, just like blows right by her.
Right.
Says to Raquel, I told you I wanted you next, and slaps the contract on her.
Right.
And helps out Zoe Stark on the
Right.
way out. So
Right.
we have that.
See, and I imagine we're going to get an Io Zoe Stark versus them tag match.
Yeah, it's
her
gonna
sort of
lead up.
shrugging off Dakota builds to that. Maybe Dakota and her can have a
Maybe.
program after.
Maybe.
Who knows?
William Regal gets interviewed, and then they come running up saying, Mr. Regal, Adam Cole, something happened.
Right,
You need to
because
come
earlier
quick."
he was like, "I'll find O'Reilly before he finds me." Blah blah.
Grizzly Young Vets cut a promo,
Who
I'm
cares?
guessing, from home because,
One of them broke his hand.
yeah, that's what we're going with.
Uh-huh.
Out comes Imperium, and Ciampa jumps them both from behind.
Yeah.
Which
Tall
I thought-
order.
Which I thought was good. Hey, man, fuck it. He knows he's in for a fight.
Right.
Nice touch, Ciampa wearing the Thatcher shirt, too. I like that.
Right.
So it's Bartel versus Ciampa.
Yeah.
It only goes 4.5
Yeah, it's
minutes.
good enough.
But, man, they kicked the shit out of
They
each
did.
other during
Yep.
this.
Yep.
Ciampa gets the win. And then the sweet baby prince. That beautiful man. The music hits. You see the silhouette.
Yeah.
Walter is fucking back.
He absolutely is.
Oh, man. When I
It's
saw
probably not
this,
long term though, right?
who knows? But when I saw this, I went, oh my God, I'm so fucking happy that Walter's here.
Right.
Number one, because I know how much he actually hates America, and it takes a lot to get him here.
Right.
But Ciampa just starts fighting off Imperium again. Walter, when he hit that chop on Ciampa,
It was disgusting.
I thought he blew Ciampa's heart out of his fucking back.
Yeah.
It was so gross. And then the gross power bomb that he hits on him too. Like, Walter does nothing light, brother.
Right. Nothing.
Like, you're getting there with the guy who worships 90s All Japan and is like, no, I'm going to hit you for real.
Yeah,
there's nothing you can do.
That chop was disgusting.
Fucking 11.
Right, which is why I said I'd watch him wrestle any of these redacted assholes just to watch him just pound the shit out of them.
Well, now there's like the famous clip, and it makes me happy of him when he chopped David Starr, that piece of shit, in a match, and like just sweat went flying everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I love Walter so much.
Yeah.
And very happy with the turn.
He's NXT champ,
my sweet
UK
baby
champ.
Prince.
I can't imagine him being here for a long time, but
Probably just something for Takeover.
I can imagine him being here for a good time.
God bless that fucking man.
Yeah. Who right now would you even put him up against? Balor?
No, I guess him and Ciampa maybe. Depending on where that storyline goes, which honestly, I'm not going to lie, dude, I'm kind of intrigued by the storyline.
Yeah.
Like, I'm wondering what Thatcher's going to do.
Okay.
Is he going to go back to his old mates? Is he going to turn, like, stay with Ciampa? Like, what's going to happen? Like, that I'm like, all right, they've actually been kind of like, it's quiet,
right?
But it's a good middle of the card feud happening right now.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of intrigued by it.
Yeah, do you think, but is that big enough for Walter? I mean, is Ciampa a big enough thing?
Ciampa? Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How far away is that 2-day takeover? A couple weeks only.
Weeks, that's
okay,
it,
yeah,
man.
so I guess that's what that'll be.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll watch it. They'll kick the ever shit out of each other.
Yeah. They're going to fucking kill each other.
I hope they don't dilute it with a tag match, though. I hope it is something like Timothy Thatcher in a cage, a shark cage suspended above the ring kind of thing.
Maybe we'll get Thatcher, Walter in a fight pit.
Okay.
AKA, like, Thatcher, you're just going to fucking die.
Right, you're just going to bump around for this madman while he kills you.
Makes me so happy.
The handprints all over your chest. But yeah, Walter, that dude.
I love Walter.
Mm-hmm.
Outside, William Regal finds Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. Mm-hmm. O'Reilly's in the back of a cop car. Cole's, like, handcuffed.
Yeah.
They're just shouting obscenities at each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, this is the route we're going, huh?
Right.
This is kind of weird.
Yeah. Listen, I've never been arrested myself, but I've been around people who have been arrested. And I will tell you that yelling at the cops, yelling obscenities at the people that you just had some sort of altercation with, usually doesn't end well for the people who are in custody. And they sure as shit don't let your boss walk up and be like, what's going on, guys? But
Can confirm. All right, moving on. August Gray
oh, Jesus Christ.
going up against the debuting.
L.A. Knight.
See, now there you made him sound like Val Venus.
I did. That's true. I only really have one voice, and it's Val Venus, unfortunately.
That sucks.
I should do Val Venus impressions, like online, like just send out audio clips, but be a sane person. Like just say good things and be a good contributor to society while doing the Val Venus voice.
Yeah,
and really stand up for the
that
crowd.
dude sucks.
Like, listen, you want a cameo from Val Venus? That dude sucks. Come to me, I'll do the voice and say whatever you want, and you won't have to worry about giving money to a douchebag.
Okay, well, are you also going to do it wearing nothing but a towel?
I can.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah. I can probably, at this point, get Jenna Jameson in a promo, too.
God.
Yeah, whoa, that makes a lot of sense. Holy crap, what came first? Do you think he was crazy?
What came first?
And then he met Jenna Jameson?
The chicken
or
or the egg?
Or do you think he Jenna Jameson made him crazy? Who knows?
That's not a tree I'm going to bark up because
Okay.
what a bunch of
All
fucking
right.
weird people.
Yeah, sure.
LA Knight
Fucking
wins.
stars, though. Well, every one of them. Stars in one way or the other.
That's the truth, man. I need to stop.
Mm-hmm.
LA Knight wins. Don't give a shit. After the match or
listen.
during the match with the shit with Bronson Reed? Which, by the way, me and Bronson Reed talked about Jordans on Twitter last night.
Oh, did he? He responded to you? Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought he was wearing grape fives, and he
Yeah.
said, "No, man, Bel Air's," and I responded, "Good choice," and he gave me the old like scheme.
Nice.
So thanks, Bronson Reed.
so-
We're basically best friends now.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
you saw, before the match, you saw LA Knight walking down the hallway, and you saw Bronson sneak into his room.
Yeah.
And then after the match. But, so I just want to say this about LA Knight. He sounds like The Rock, has the cadence of Austin, and dresses like Scott Hall.
see, I was getting more like Batista vibes from him.
Okay.
with the blue glasses and the blue
Oh.
jacket.
Yeah.
Like because when Batista came back last
Yeah.
time, he was wearing the blue glasses.
Right, but he was all red last. He was
Oh,
red.
you're talking about wrestling gear.
Yeah, his wrestling gear.
okay,
His
my
wrestling
bad.
gear, he dressed
Okay.
like Scott Hall. Red vest, red tights. I was like, you're Scott Hall in it. All right. But otherwise, he
You'll
stinks.
never Scott Hall it.
No, I mean maybe latter day Scott Hall it. Do us all a favor. But yeah, afterwards we got Reed coming out with his blue jacket.
Yeah, he ripped the blue jacket, did the Chris Farley fat guy in a little coat.
The best part about it is that they definitely pre-cut the sleeves to make it easier.
100%.
And for lack of a better term, Bronson Reed's a bit of a thick boy. And he that sleeve, he looked at that sleeve and that thing fell apart.
It
That thing
really-
gave
yeah.
up. That was like, nope, not doing
he
this.
touched it and
Yeah.
just
It's
disintegrated.
like, I'll rip myself. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. But yeah, Bronson Reed, good human, good person.
Yeah, we like Bronson
I
Reed
do.
over here.
Sneakerhead.
Hey, if you're
Sneakerhead.
I hate you. I hate you so
Yep.
much, you son of a bitch. Don't ruin sneakers for me. Ugh. Fucking H2O
Yep.
mag. Go away. Raquel Gonzalez says Io Shirai made a mistake by giving her the contract. Dakota says congratulations, but she got the match with Io and Zoe next week.
Yes.
Raquel's kind of skeptical, but Dakota says she needs it, since they lost 2 straight tags.
Right.
And that's where it's like, is Raquel like, why are we doing this?
Right.
Kind of over this. So
Yep. Holding me back.
there it is.
Yep. They're gonna go. They're gonna go the short way around my long way.
Yes.
That's unfortunate.
We get a Xia Li vignette.
Yeah. Not there either. But
Resistance will not be tolerated.
we sure.
All right.
You get him, Sub Xylee.
William Regal says that Kyle and Adam stuff's out of control, and that next week he's going to have them show up and they'll have a solution to their situation.
My favorite thing
Put him in
about
a cage, brother.
my favorite thing about William Regal
Is William Regal?
Is William Regal. No,
That
is
he owns
that
a bunch of
when
lizards?
he comes out to do a segment like this and cut a promo where he's mad, he gets so lost in it that he gets actually mad.
I love it.
And then forgets what he was going to say.
He's great.
And has to walk his way back around it because he just gets actually pissed.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
I love Regal.
One of the best.
Forever, dude.
One of the best.
Ugh.
Absolutely.
Main event
for the life of me, I would spend a whole podcast talking about this match. Him and Goldberg.
Yeah, dude.
It's so good.
Fuck yeah.
It's so good. Goldberg's still pissed about it. It's awesome.
He'll forever be mad. That
Forever be mad.
Yeah, and Regal's like, I wasn't trying to do it. I'm like, you cheeky bastard.
Right.
You.
Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, main
William
event
Regal.
time.
Cheers to you, pal.
NXT tag titles on the line because nothing yells boring booking like this.
Yep.
Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan versus Finn Balor and Karrion Kross.
Yeah.
During the match, Danny Burch definitely got hurt.
Oh, absolutely.
Blew his shoulder.
Yep.
So, don't know what's going to happen because they quickly cut the break and they came back and he was just on the outside of the
Doctor
ring.
was looking at him. Yeah.
So that's not good.
Nope. And this match was a nothing.
Yeah, I mean, and like the spot, like, dude, that whole power guy trying to double suplex both, that's a tough spot, man.
Right.
I don't know if Cross is a dude that can do that.
I don't know.
Like, he's not Kane. Kane's done that a bunch. Like,
Right.
I don't know if Cross could do
Yep.
it. But yeah, honestly, the match
It was a nothing.
So Burch and Lorcan won. During the match,
Was this hinted at? Was this a COVID match? Did they hint at this in any way?
Well, yeah, beginning of the show.
But I mean, last week.
No,
no,
absolutely
right?
not, no.
So, do you think this was a COVID match, or was this always in the books? Because it's a weird thing to. It's weird for the promo for Scarlett to come out and be like, "I read the tarot cards and it said you're going to be tag champions." It's an odd way to go.
Well, she didn't say that they're going to be tag champs.
She did. She said you'd both be covered in gold,
She said there's going to be 2 men draped in gold. And then that's when Burch and Lorcan came out, since there were 2 men draped in
Oh,
gold.
see, I took that as they would Balor and
okay.
Cross would be the ones draped in gold.
No, that's because like as soon as she said it, that's
Yeah.
when Burch and Lorcan came out. So.
It's so dumb. I just
No,
zoned
it's still
out.
fucking
Yeah.
real bad.
But anyway, I don't know if it was, but again, a nothing burger of a
Yeah,
match.
during the match, like Burch got hurt. That took me out of it.
Yeah.
They did the whole spot where Lorcan got knocked into Scarlett. She took a fucking good bump.
She did, yeah. Yep.
And then Cross snapped and beat up Finn.
Yeah.
And then he beat up Lorcan, rolling and Lorcan hits the uppercut.
Scarlett Bordeaux took that bump, and because of the attire she was wearing, I was like, oh. That there is like at least 6 potential whoopsies happening as you spiral to the floor here. Thankfully for her sake, none of it happened. But yeah.
Yeah, I did not give a shit about this. I don't know.
It's just too odd.
I don't.
Didn't work.
I like when they did the whole lazy booking, and I'm like, they're gonna win the fucking titles, and it's gonna be the tag partners that hate each other.
Right.
Like, oh,
Right.
it's just like it happens so many times. After the match, Cross beats up Oni, then he beats up Finn, puts him in that submission, and then Scarlett's like stops him.
Yeah.
And lifts Finn up, and then Finn gets hit with the forearm, and yuck.
Yeah, no, didn't do
I
it for
was
me.
not excited at all about
Nah.
it. Well, that was the shows. So
Yep.
I'm going to ask you the questions.
Okay.
Match from each show, show overall, and match overall and show overall. Excusez-moi. I think this is
All right.
going to be pretty easy.
Well, pal, I would assume a shock to no one. I think across the wrestling world this week, this will be the common opinion. My match of AEW is the main event. Britt Baker, the Deathmatch Dentist, that's what the DMD stands for, versus Thunder Rosa. Clearly, match of that card. That was
Easily, dude.
easily. I mean, I think there was strong matches on that card also. But that was it. It was special. Everyone knows it's special. It felt special. It's going to be talked about for a while. NXT, sort of the complete opposite. I'm going to go Dakota Kai versus Zoe Stark because everything else was just kind of nothing. Some stuff with potential, but either too short. I loved seeing Walter, but that match wasn't really anything. The tag match was good. But then a lot of redacted. So my match of the night, again, shock to no one, Britt versus Thunder Rosa. It just watch it. I can't say anything else. You just got to watch it. Completely worth your time. I think outside of the context of it being on TNT, it was a crazy match. But when you watch that and realize that they showed it on cable television for free, you're going to be pretty shocked. So Britt versus Rosa, and therefore show of the night is AEW. By a country mile, but the main event was great. Ray Phoenix and Angelico was fun. I really liked the Kingston and Mox versus Good Brothers thing. I mean Penta Cody was as good as a Cody match can be. It's a pretty solid AEW all around, I think. But that main event, again, sort of, we talked about it with the pay-per-view. People go home happy or mad based on the last thing they see. And unfortunately for what was a good death match out of Mox and Omega at the pay-per-view, gets a because of that explosion at the end. But this one's the exact opposite of that. It was a really good match, and it's so memorable and so great that it's going to be praised for a long time. So AEW gets my show of the night there, pal.
Okay.
How about you? What do you got?
So,
What do you got? Tell me.
AEW, it's a no fucking brainer. Britt, Rosa.
Right.
I'm a ghoul. I like ghoul shit.
Gabagool.
That was some ghoul ass shit.
Right.
I say that as I'm wearing an FMW shirt. NXT is tough for me. I want to say Dakota Stark, but I think I'm going to go Breezango versus Legato.
Yeah, good match.
Because I thought it was a fun little match, and not everything was to be long all the time, and they did a lot of cool shit during the match.
Right.
Match overall, obviously Britt and Thunder Rosa. Show overall, I honestly wasn't blown away by either show.
Okay.
I don't know. I wasn't. I don't know why.
Okay.
I thought NXT too much redacted, man. Way too much.
For sure.
And sorry, it takes me right out of it.
Right.
I love Walter, and I'm happy that sweet baby prince of a man is back. But
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna go AEW for sure. But again,
Right.
like AEW, not a ton really blew me away there.
Okay.
But that main event
Yeah.
absolutely tipped the scale
Yeah.
for me.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna go AEW.
I'm shocked you didn't like that tag match better because you're a bigger Good Brothers guy than I typically am. But.
Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't click. It didn't click for me.
All right. Well, overall, that puts our totals. I'm split down the middle, Fonzie style, 37 and 37, and you're at 34 for AEW and 40 for NXT. Overall totals. That's pretty big. Fans, the viewers at home. Well, NXT took a whooping, kind of rightfully so this week. AEW pulled 768,000, so they're up like 25 from last week. And I can only imagine like replays of that match. Like they're going to get so many views of that match on YouTube. And NXT dropped 100,000 to 597. That hurts. That's sad.
Well,
That's sad, but rightfully so. They deserve it.
yeah. It's going to be very telling.
Yeah.
The card that AEW puts on the first night against the first
Right.
night of Takeover.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what happens
Right.
that night.
Right.
But yeah, dude, NXT
Not a
good
shining
show.
moment. No. And I mean, I don't even know what they would have done to be able to compete with that main event on AEW.
No, nothing.
And to take the show of the night away. Just even whether the rest of it sucked or not. And
Well,
neither of us are saying it did.
Yeah.
But that main event was strong enough to carry that to
And
a
here's the
show
thing,
of the
though,
night.
you're never going to see a match in WWE like that ever again.
No.
That's like the main event of AEW.
Right.
And like, I mean, listen, dude, you need blood sometimes.
Right.
You
And
just
I
fucking
don't want it
need
every week, but it was to blow off a blood feud. That's the right way to do it. You have to that's the way you make your feud special. WWE doesn't do that anymore.
No, like, dude, like you don't even bleed in Hell in a Cell anymore.
Right.
Like that's
You got it.
Yeah.
You build up to the violence, and they did it. Whether the journey wasn't necessarily the best, I think they dropped the ball a little bit back and forth with what they could have done. If this was in the works for a long time, then I get why they messed with that tournament, because you can't have the end of the tournament looking like that. But yeah, I mean,
I still agree though. Like Britt Costa and Thunder Rosa would have added just another element. To
exactly.
It, you know?
Definitely would have. But this is what we get, and I'm so completely happy with it.
I'm with you, dude.
Completely pumped.
100%.
You got anything else?
Nah, man.
All right, I'm gonna hit plugs.
I don't think
You
so.
ready for plugs?
I'm always ready.
All right.
Always.
I don't know what that was.
A little broski.
Oh God. Okay, I still don't know what that means.
He's always ready, man.
Okay,
always
great.
ready, Matt Cardona.
That's awesome.
You're a big fan.
Yeah, always ready for what? To sit at home. Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna get heat. No, I'm not. Thanks for listening, Kurt Hawkins. At Wednesday War Pod on Twitter and Facebook. Wednesday Night War Pod cast on Instagram. Wednesday Night War Pod at gmail.com to email the show. Tell us what you think. Ask us any questions. Tell us any lies.
Tell me a lie.
We are a part of the Soon to Be Named Network at STBN Network on Twitter, soon to be named network.com, soon to be named network.tumblr.com. There's all the shows that are on the network will be posted there. If anybody from the network ventures out on their own to be on other shows outside the network, they will also be posted as long as everyone lets Joe know. It includes the soon-to-be-named network shows of Longbox Heroes, Longbox Heroes After Dark, At Odds with Wrestling, Puzzle Warriors 3, Profane Argument, Final Wrestling Place, and the still on hiatus, I believe, Porch Talk.
No, man, they're back.
Are they back?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
They
So
had
there you go.
The Snyder Cut edition.
Oh, are they? Did they? Okay, good. Look those guys up. Those guys are great. We are also on PW Ponderings, pwponderings.com, at PW Ponderings on Twitter. This show will go up as soon as we finish recording it, really late Thursday into Friday mornings. It'll be up a few days after that on PW Ponderings. Check those guys out. Lots of independent wrestling coverage there, IWTV Guide, tons of stuff. Good guys. Check them out. Outside of any network whatsoever, at least networks that we're involved with, The A Show, at The A Show on CKCC. I believe on Monday the new episode drops where they're drafting 95 WWF with Adam from Longbox Heroes, and is it both guys from Final Wrestling Place?
Tim.
Just Tim from Final Wrestling Place. Check that out. Also, the Pod That Dreaded Sundown, our friends Chuck and Bill do a horror movie podcast. They just did The Blob the other day, Stepfather.
They did do
They did do Stepfather. I wonder. I didn't listen to it yet, but I'm excited to see if they mention the time we saw it at the drive-in,
Yep.
and it was the wrong print, and Bill flipped out.
Yo, Bill was so mad.
He was like, "That's a new car. This is."
Well, that was the only time I ever heard the dude from Mahoney being like, "Yeah, we're not watching that piece of shit."
Right. Yeah. Supposed to be the original Stepfather. They sent them the remake, and they just did not show it, which was hilarious.
Bill was so
He
mad.
was so pissed.
I love Bill.
Those are good dudes, though. I'm excited for things to warm up, start seeing those guys again.
I miss those dudes a lot.
And speaking of people I miss, Cinema Vertigogo, at
Yes.
Cinema Vertigogo on Twitter. Our friends Ron and Sam and James, not our friend Robbie. They do a movie podcast. They do 2 movies a week. They do more recent stuff. I've been on there a few times. They're good people, except for Robbie. So give those guys a listen. And also Viewer's Choice, the Final Wrestling Place guys, at VC on North South on Twitter. Nailed it.
Proud of you.
Those dudes do pay-per-view reviews, current ones and old, all kinds of stuff. So give those guys a listen as well. If you want to reach out to me personally on social media, I'm on Twitter at the Dooge, TheDooge. You can see my custom Terry Funk Hasbro that I painted.
It's gorgeous.
You can see my Hayabusa drawing that I finished today on my lunch
Also
break.
gorgeous.
You can see, I don't know what else. I ended up talking about that dumb blunt rotation meme on Twitter and put the Dream Team and ended up watching the entire 89 Survivor Series because of it. Nothing wrong with that at all. But that's it. I'll be drawn, and I don't know how many more figures I'm going to paint, but we'll see.
Paint all the figures.
It's cool, but it's tedious, man.
Sure.
But yeah.
Well, if there's one more thing to describe you, you're a tedious type of guy.
Thank you. I've been like just really needing the creativity in my life. I don't know if it's a result of COVID, but I need to.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's absolutely a result of this bullshit.
So I'm drawing every day at every moment. I'm painting stuff. I'm being a crazy person trying to be creative, just building things, creating things, just to keep my mind busy until it gets warm out and I can at least take my dog for a walk at a park somewhere. But that's it for me. Where can they find you, pal?
You can find me on Twitter at BrettXEdge570. If you want to talk to me about AFI Sing the Sorrow,
and who wouldn't?
I'm basically back on that record right now, and the crazy theory behind the record. Talk to me about that theory.
Oh, I don't know that theory.
Oh,
we'll talk off air.
Does
it involve CM Punk?
No.
Okay.
If I don't know, talk to me about Jordans, and talk to me about Street Trash.
Okay.
Because I love Street Trash.
Did you watch Street Trash recently?
No, but 80s Horror Doc was like, hey, like, Street Trash was released in 87. Are you a fan of this movie? And I quoted it and said, well, yes, I am.
Oh, I love Street Trash. Street Trash is one of my favorite movies.
It's so grimy.
It makes me so happy. Every time I talk about it, I want to immediately watch it.
Yeah.
And Michelle does not like it.
Well, anytime you want to watch it,
right?
You let me know.
But like she knows my love for it and and supports my love for it. But I love that movie. I love the melt subgenre.
It's great.
Of horror movies.
Yeah.
And this movie is not only a melt movie, but it's also a severed penis monkey in the middle movie.
Sure is.
So Street Trash is a goddamn classic, and I love it with all my heart.
It is a wonderful piece of cinema.
And everyone I've ever showed it to, besides my wife, has fallen in love with it just like I am.
Yeah, because we're all a bunch of scumbags.
That's right.
I don't know, this weekend, if you want to watch some independent wrestling, independentwrestling.tv has a full weekend slate. Tomorrow night, which would be Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Limitless Wrestling, Double Vision. Daniel Garcia going up against Christian Casanova, which I assume will be Casanova's last match because he is a recent signee for the Limitless World title.
Yeah.
Saturday, we have H2O Wrestling, Bad Luck. It can't last forever. H2O is Matt Tremont's promotion, so if you want some blood and guts, they got it.
Right.
And then on...
when you said Double Vision, what I just thought of is, I don't need no instructions to know how to rock, little man.
I love Carl so much.
Who set this on Head Games?
Oh, Carl Bertano-Marowski. And then on Sunday is the premiere of Fight Underground's The Vision. I know Super Crazy's on it.
Oh, wow.
Neil Diamond Cutter.
That's such a funny name.
There's a barbed wire board match featuring Madman Pondo.
Oh, Jesus. For real?
Yeah. I don't know if this is like a compilation, because there's also oh, Jesus Christ. Beat My Valentine death match. Graham Bell versus Mickey Knuckles.
Oh, jeez. I'll watch this.
Yeah.
What day is this on?
Sunday. Sunday.
All right.
Like I said, I don't know if it's like a recorded thing or whatnot, but
Okay.
it just makes me real sad that the main picture for the show, it features a special guest, which we used to like. Do you know who that person is?
Oh, yeah, I know who that is. Uh-huh.
Good promotion picture.
Yeah.
Hey.
Is he on the show?
Yeah.
But he was like half dead.
It's a special guest.
Oh, he's probably just going to show up.
We're referring to the Necro Butcher.
Yeah.
Hey, Jerry Internet Wrestling Emporium. Get out of there with that.
Listen, I subscribe to IWTV for a good amount of time now.
Yeah.
And I rarely use it, unfortunately. But I'm now just going to hold on to it so I can watch New Jack and the Carnage Crew.
Yeah, I
Whatever
mean,
that
that's
is.
going to get watched. That's
yeah,
for
definitely.
sure.
Absolutely.
But, I think that's that about wraps this son of a bitch
All right,
up.
pal. Thanks, everybody, for listening. We'll be back next week talking more wrestling. Hit us up on social media and, do your thing. We're out of here.
Thank y'all. Pro wrestling. Let's go.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Knock it off, nerds!